I made $9,480 trading this morning, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys the exact trades I took, and I'm going to give you a super simple explanation of my strategy so that you guys can start taking trades like this too. So first things first, what are the trades I took? So the first trade I took was a loss, right? Yes, I take losses. All professional traders take losses. This happens, right? The key is that my losses are small and my wins are big. Why did I take this trade? So just being honest with you guys, this trade was definitely more of a psychological mistake and less of a technical mistake. So I saw that price closed on the 5-minute below this low, and I jumped into some shorts, right? I usually wait for a 15-minute candle closure, but I was very, very confident that we were going to have a big move down today and come sweep this low. And I was right, but this was a little bit too early. So I took a loss of about $1,200 right there. And that's completely okay, guys. That happens. It's okay to take losses, right? Taking losses is not a bad thing. As long as your losses are small, like this, and your wins are big, like this, then you are totally good to go. Not an issue, right? Nothing to cry about, nothing to sulk about, all good. With that being said, I was still completely okay with being in the markets for the day. So what I decided to do is I decided to take some shorts right there, right, off of a break and retest. I had a super tight stop loss right here, stop loss just above this midpoint, and I got in this trade and I made just about or just under $11,000, right? Whatever 1250 minus that to equal that is. And that was a great trade for me, guys. I caught 23 points. I targeted this low right here, and the trade played out perfectly. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys why I didn't trade yesterday and how not trading yesterday actually helped me trade today. So yesterday, I was not focused on trading at all. All I wanted to see yesterday was what price was going to do. I wanted to see where we were at on the macro. I just really wanted to get a good idea of market structure. So you guys can see, we opened up yesterday. This was the New York Open. We chopped around pretty much until the speech. When we had the speech, we made a pretty big move down, and then we made a pretty big move right back up. We erased this entire move, and we tested the top of this range, and then started making a downtrend. Now, right when I woke up this morning, I saw that we were in a downtrend. So I knew that I was going to be looking for shorts today, right? That was my main focus today, was finding shorts. Initially, I was a little too excited, right? I was a little too excited. I jumped in without waiting for really any confirmation. I usually like to wait for a close on the 15-minute, but me waiting for the 5-minute was just me being overconfident, a little bit greedy, and I learned my lesson. I took a loss, but I didn't allow that to take me out of the game. That's the thing, guys. When you're super clear with what happens if you take a loss and you know exactly how much money you're going to lose, you don't have to get taken out of the game, right? Like, I was still trading, I was still looking for setups, and then I found this beautiful setup, beautiful move to the downside, and caught 23 points. So you guys have to understand, losses are not bad. The reason I am profitable is because I target a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio on average. So my losses are small, like this, right? My wins, this is kind of an extreme example today, but my wins are much bigger than my losses. I am winning $10,000, $5,000, $8,000, sometimes $15,000, and I'm losing $1,000, sometimes $2,000 to $3,000 max, right? So at the end of the year, my profits will be, say, $1.2 million, and my losses are $200,000. So minus $200,000 from $1.2 million, I'm still up so much money. You guys have to stop trying to be perfect. You have to stop trying to be perfect and obsess over every single trade and winning every single trade. That is not what makes you money. What makes you money is having very small losses and very, very big wins, right? It's a very simple thing. And I think that a lot of you guys are at this point in your trading where sometimes you'll take a loss and then you'll start doubting the strategy. You'll start doubting, oh, I don't know if the strategy works. I don't know if this is for me. Like, guys, you cannot do that at all. Every single trader takes losses. It's not about being perfect. The higher risk reward trades you target, the lower your win rate can be, and you can still be profitable. If you're targeting 1-to-4 risk to rewards, you could literally lose half of your trades and still make money. Let me say that again. You could take 50, or you could take 100 trades, lose half of them, but if you're making 4 times the money on your winners, you're going to be profitable. It's simple math. So I want to get you guys out of this mindset of obsessing over being perfect, winning every single trade, and more into this mindset of obsessing over price movements, obsessing over accurately predicting what the market is going to do. Because guys, the ability to accurately predict what the market's going to do is what makes you money. That is why I'm a millionaire, is because I am really good at predicting what the market is going to do. When I saw this setup play out, I was so happy. Not because I made money, but because it played out exactly how I wanted it to play out. I'll actually talk about that later in the video, but I did a live stream. So I was on a coaching call with my mentorship students at around 2 p.m. today. And I actually said, like, guys, I think we're going to bounce off of this low. And I didn't take the trade, but I told people, I was like, if you guys want to take this trade, this looks like a pretty good bounce to take. And like real quick, I can show you guys, people literally took that bounce and made money. PM session bounce off the New York low, right? So that is why I just want you guys to get obsessed with the setups, not the money. Because when you make your focus the money, you're going to feel like a loser every single time you take a loss and every single time you don't make money, which is going to be quite frequently. I've had weeks where I don't trade. I've had weeks where I lose money. I don't feel like a loser because I know that I'm using a strategy that works. I'm using a strategy that's based on what actually moves the market. My strategy is based on liquidity. I'm not going to go fully into what liquidity means, but all you need to know is that liquidity is an area on the chart, or an area on the chart. An area of liquidity is an area where there's lots of orders around, right? Meaning when price interacts with these orders, when price touches this area, it's going to have a big reaction, right? It is not a coincidence that I just happened to enter perfectly here. It's not a coincidence. There were lots of orders sitting here, lots of sell orders, and price decided to fill all of the sell orders the second we touched this New York Open. That's why we use areas of liquidity. When we're trading around these areas and we know the price is going to make a big 20, 30, 40 point move, that allows us to catch really good risk reward trades, meaning I'm only risking 3 points to make back 22 points. Like, this was a crazy risk reward trade. This was like a 1-to-7. This is a crazy risk reward trade because we're trading around areas of liquidity, guys. If we were not trading around areas of liquidity, we would be getting chopped around. Like, if I was trying to target a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio right here, or like right here, like using some support resistance or something, like that just would not work. I would not make money. I would get chopped around. I would never be able to catch more than 10 points or 5 points, and it would honestly just be a complete mess. So I encourage you guys to, at least, if you're not using my strategy, at least use a strategy that's based around liquidity, because you'll be able to find much better trades. It's going to make your life so much easier. It's going to make your life so much easier. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys some members of the mentorship that also took this trade, because pretty much everybody caught this break and retest today. And I just want to show you guys this because a lot of these guys are extremely new to trading. They started trading 3 months ago. So that means like 4 months ago, they didn't even know what TradingView was. They didn't know what any of this stuff was, and they're making money. So I just want to reinforce the belief that yes, the strategy works, and yes, you can use it to make money, and you don't have to be some super genius. You can be a beginner right now, learn my strategy, start making money in a few months. So this is my man, Scott. He's actually one of the first kids to join my, or kids, but he's a kid, and he was one of the first people to join my mentorship, and he's a super young dude. So really cool to see him making it happen. My man, Mikhail, is also making it happen. I love to see this guy crushing. He's a really, really hardworking dude. Made $663 today off of that break and retest. Brian also took that break and retest. Boom, I love it. Looks like Jade was trading NQ. So we have two analysts. I trade ES, I deal with ES, and then David, our other analyst, trades NQ. And I focus more on the AM session. He focuses more on the PM session. So it's super nice because if you prefer NQ, you can trade David. And what some people do is they trade me in the morning, or they trade my setups in the morning, and then they trade David's setups in the afternoon. So you guys will probably see some people doing that. Oh, that's beautiful. Roots took that break and retest for $3,844. Boom. That's what we do. That's our catchphrase, guys. You've definitely heard that by now. It just means we make money. Like, what do? We make money. So that's what people say. Once we make money, we say that's what we do, because it's what we do. Pretty cool catchphrase. But yeah, AJ's absolutely crushing it. Another one of my mentorship students. He took some shorts from David. Boom. Left caught that break and retest, and he caught 54 points on NQ, bringing him to a total profit of $830. That's what I was telling you guys about. He trades my setups and David's setups, so it's nice. You can make like twice the money. This guy says, feeling like RP, that's what we do. He caught a very nice break and retest, very similar to my entry as well. I love to see that. Remy caught some shorts from David Signal. My man, I love this guy, man. This guy is such a hard worker, and he had a perfect entry and exit off of that break and retest. He made 500 bucks. The reason that I made 10 grand and some people make 500 bucks is simply because we're all trading with different amounts of money. I'm trading with a good amount of money. Some people are trading with not as much money, but like you can see, some people are trading with a lot of money. This guy made 800 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This guy made like pretty close to 10 grand. Taking some NQ shorts. Absolutely love to see that. My man Ryan, he's been in the mentorship for a while, and it's really good to see him, doing things on his own, because our focus is to get you guys to $10,000 a month as a trader, like consistently. And in the beginning, we are going to completely hold your hand. Like that's the whole thing that we do in the mentorship. We literally hold your hand. We review your trades. We get on calls. We just make sure that you are doing the right thing. And eventually, when we start to see you find consistency, we don't disappear, but we don't hold your hand as much. We're not reviewing every single trade. We're not doing it as much. And it's nice to see, once we kind of take off the training wheels, what people are doing. And this guy's definitely making it happen. So that's really cool to see. She took some shorts off of David's NQ trade. I love to see that. Alberto got his first payout. Boom. That is exactly what we do. I love to see that. Kyle took some NQ shorts. Real quick, guys, I'm going to show you Kyle's story. So Kyle's one of my mentorship students. I believe he joined in April, I want to say. I could be wrong. It might have been. It was either end of March or early April. But when he first joined, he was just having a lot of trouble finding consistency. So his main thing was he was kind of a break-even trader. He was making money, then losing money. And I just helped him focus on one setup, and I helped him stay disciplined, and I helped him with a few things in terms of finding really good entries and exits and just making a good trading plan. And he has been absolutely crushing it. He found the consistency he's looking for. He's making, what he made? He made $176 first week of July. Then he made $3 grand. Then he made $3 grand. So he's up $12,000, and he is about to request a max payout. That is awesome. I love to see that. So this guy's about to make $12,000 directly into his bank account. So that's the power of, having a good mentorship and just working hard. So if you guys want to, kind of speed run the process, that's the case for mentorship. I'm not saying you can't do it by yourself. You absolutely can. But if you want to do it in, a lot faster of a time with people holding your hand, that's why you would join the mentorship. So really, really cool to see everybody cashing in today. Heatless took my setup in the morning and the David's in the afternoon. Boom. I love to see that. Parab made $1,000 in 5 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, I just love seeing this. Benny's been absolutely crushing it. He caught that break and retest. Professor C, $440. DJ, absolutely killing it. I love DJ, man. DJ's a hardworking dude. He hit me up and he asked me for some advice. I gave him some advice. I sent him a long voice memo. I was like, bro, here's what you need to do. And he's been doing it. So he's crushing it. Love to see that. And I'm not going to bore you guys with every single person who took the setup, but pretty much all of the mentorship students took it. This guy took that exact same break and retest. So did he. Exact same break and retest. He took the bounce off of a little gap. Break and retest from Andreas. Don took the break and retest. Lean took the break and retest. Dro took that little bounce that we were talking about during the live stream. That was actually literally called out on a live stream, which is pretty cool. Made $1,700. But yeah, guys, that's what we do. We make money. If you guys are interested in joining the mentorship, you can book a call. The whole purpose of the call is for me and my team to talk to you and to determine if we can get you to $10,000 a month or more as a trader in the next 90 days. If we can, and if we know that we can, we'll be happy to work with you. If we think that you're not a good fit for whatever reason, then we won't work with you. That's just how we work. We only work with people who we know we can get results. That works the best for you. You start making money, we make money, we get great reviews, our business grows, you grow, win-win. So if you do want to do that, you can click the link. As always, I love you guys for watching these, or thank you for watching these. Love you guys, and peace out.